The Phoenix Suns are realizing from their mistakes. That's right. So if you don't know, last season the Phoenix Suns, they had a pretty up and down season, then ultimately turned out to be disappointing. But one of the main reasons for that was their lack of size, especially like their depth at even like center, and literally their lack of point guard depth because it was like non-existent. Let's be honest. Um, but they did do some signings recently. Some new players re-signed some old players and stuff like that. Where now they're pretty much correcting their mistakes, realizing what went wrong last season, and just making adjustments that are necessary in order to become better for this upcoming season. So that's what I want to talk about. Because the Suns now, they look very different. Honestly, I actually think this team's becoming better than before. They did lose some players like Eric Gordon, but honestly, if you're watching, he was pretty inconsistent, and just he would turn the ball over, literally do nothing. Yeah, and he was hurt as well. I'm pretty sure from what I remember. But yeah, he's gone to 76ers. That's whatever. Who cares, honestly? He didn't even make that much of a difference. So it's like losing pretty much like nothing. And also, he lost Drew Eubanks. But Drew Eubanks is an absolute bum. Suns fans, you guys know, people who watch Suns a lot, especially last season, they know Drew Eubanks was just bad. He was not good. And, bro, he was just like, man, he was making life harder for Bol Bol, my favorite player. And, of course, he's on the Suns. And y'all also re signed him, so that's a good thing. But, yeah, about Eubanks. He was bad. He's undersized. I had to play him at center because he's too slow for power forward. It's just bad, man. He just couldn't. Sometimes he couldn't even rebound. It's like the weirdest thing. I don't know. He's just there. He can't. All he can do is maybe like rebound and then get. I don't know. Maybe like occasional lob or something. I don't know. He's just trash. Okay, I'm sorry. Drew Eubanks trash. He's gone. Good riddance. Goodbye. Okay. And then you guys did though sign free agent center Mason Plumlee to 1 year deal. So Phoenix is like before you even get to sign, Phoenix is a hot spot for getting all these like I guess either ring chasers or people who are trying to prove themselves, right? So then they sign a 1 year deal and then thrive and then they get their bag, right? So like those type of things. Ring chasers are people who are trying to prove something to the league so they can get a bag the next season. And Mason Plumlee, honestly, he could fit both those. For being honest, he's like what 34 by this point. He's been on the Clippers for the last few years, been in and out of the rotation, hurt and stuff. So it's yeah, but this is good because now you finally got some girth, right? Some length, and just an upgrade from Drew Eubanks overall. This guy, Mason Plumlee can actually rebound. I remember him. What was he back on the Nuggets, right? Yeah, I remember back then. He was what behind Jokic, I'm pretty sure at that point. Yeah, but anyways, he can rebound. That's what you need. Someone that's actually tall, girthy, can hold their own in the paint. Because Drew Eubanks was like what 6'8", 6'9" for a center, and then yeah, you know how it goes bad, man. Especially in the playoffs when you're gonna face the likes of Jokic, because they're in the West. Yeah, you're just gonna get cooked, bro. You're gonna get absolutely cooked. Jokic is gonna freaking just throw up shots like that each time. Yeah. Anyways, this is good. And now also, this makes it so that Bol Bol can, Bol Bol wouldn't have to play because you guys re-signed Bol Bol, my favorite NBA player, and he was re-signed first, and then Plumlee got signed after. So originally, I'm like, wait, are we gonna play Bol Bol at center? Because I don't like Bol at center. I don't think that's his best. His best was when we used him last season, like power forward, sometimes a small forward. So that's where his best is, and it's because at center, well, at least this is why I think he's better at the other positions on center. Because at center, he gets bodied. Okay, it's not his fault, because it's just his weight. But yeah, he gets bodied because of that, and I've seen it. And then he has to foul the person, or he just fouls him because he's getting bodied. So it's just like, yeah, that's how it is. So he's better off. And Mason Plumlee's more, I don't know, he's probably like what 240 at least. So he's got more weight to him, so he won't get like back down that easily, and he won't need to foul like that. So that's another like huge thing because the amount of points you lose and just like it just kind of kills the momentum. To be honest, it just just slows things down. So that's another thing. And then yeah, like I said, you guys re-signed Bol Bol, which is insane. I went over this in my video, but long story short, it's a really good deal. You got insane value. By the end of the season, people are gonna be like looking at this like, wow, what a deal! How'd you guys even get him back? Why didn't any other team try to sign him? Or why didn't he sign with any other team? Why didn't any other team offer him like way more money? Because yeah, at the end, bro, this deal, I mean, Bull likes Grant and all that, so you know why he signed, things of that nature. But no, this is insane. You got someone like Bol Bol for literally the minimum. And on top of that, like I said, sorry, the Suns can only sign people for the minimum, unless obviously they have the bird rights. So like, I'm pretty sure Royce O'Neale had his bird rights, so that's why they were able to sign him to extension, which was 4 years, 44 million. And honestly, for someone like Royce O'Neale, I think he could have gotten more. That's the thing. I think you could have gotten more than what's yeah 44 million over 4 years. So let's do the math here, man. Let me do the math. 44 divided by 4. That's 11 million per year. Honestly, that's kind of a bargain contract if I'm being honest. Because we can see Royce O'Neale. I think we've seen that in the past. Yeah, he's averaged like what? He can average like 15 upwards, maybe even a little bit more. But I think let's say 15 and like 5 rebounds. And then he can also, he has playmaking abilities as well. We've seen it. But he's just great, man. Royce O'Neale is that type of glue guy that fits on every single team. He literally just does like a little bit of everything on the court, and obviously his shooting's extremely well, and his defense is great. So, and he was solid, bro. Especially in that later half after you guys got him in the playoffs too. He's one of the only people who are, is actually like doing stuff at times, right? So that's another thing. So I love the signing. If you let Royce O'Neale go, that would have been sad because of the amount of seconds you gave for him to, get him back. So yeah, that's good. And then like I said, Bol Bol as well. That's another good signing y'all made because it's insane getting something like that. And he hasn't even reached his peak yet. He's still getting better. We saw the amount of progress he made just from that last season alone, right? So think about another season, not in the same system, but with the same core. He's gonna start cooking, man. He's gonna cook you more, and he's gonna actually get playing time because we got a new coach, Mike Budenholzer, and he just what's it called? He believes in like his big men more, and his big men thrive under him. So that's another thing. And yeah, just watch my other video. I'll link it up here. It's about Bol Bol. I talked about this in depth. I'll leave it at that. I think I said the majority of it summed it up there. And then I made this video because I got inspired by this video because a few hours ago it was announced that free agent guard Monte Morris plans to sign a deal with the Phoenix Suns. Suns lock in reliable point guard entering his 8th NBA season. Morris has averaged 10 points, 39% from three, and 3.8 assists over career. So there's a lot to get into here, but I'll start this. So from what we heard, even as recent as today, was that the Suns were looking at pretty much these two people were finalists. Okay, Kyle Lowry and Monte Morris were the two finalists that the Suns were looking, the Suns had in mind for, I guess, their point guard, right? And obviously the Suns ultimately chose Monte Morris. I don't know what happened to Lowry. I'm not going to speculate over that, but it could have been many different things. But they ultimately chose Monte Morris, and he signed. And obviously, there's another minimum deal, of course, because that's all they can offer. And what the Suns were missing the whole time was a point guard, man, like an actual point guard too. Okay, let's not get to like an actual point guard, and also one that can do a little bit of everything. Especially one though that can, that I think Monte Morris is like really good at the stat. I forget what it was, but he's a really good like assist to turnover guy in that ratio. So that's someone you need who can efficiently pass, without turning over the ball because that's huge. And the Phoenix Suns, I've seen stretches where they just turn over the ball a lot because they didn't have a point guard. I saw, yeah, that was bad. But also, yeah, you also get a point. Another thing, if the Suns did have a point guard, sometimes that point guard, I'm not going to name names, but they couldn't shoot that well. They're inconsistent at shooting. So 39% from three, that's great. This is like the perfect thing. And also, he can obviously score when he needs to, but like his scoring, like with the amount of good players you have on this team, like Durant, Beal, all these other people are ahead of him, he's gonna do so good. Like he's gonna have games where he scores like honestly like 15, 20 points just like that, and you're not gonna even notice till like the end of the game because there's all these other players that the teams are focusing on, and Monch is gonna be getting all these open shots and just be cooking because he can shoot from three too. So that's another issue. So the teams are gonna have to leave him open, even though he's a good shooter because there's all these other three superstars on your team. I'm just gonna generally say Bradley is a superstar. Just generally okay. Don't take it. Yeah, you know what I mean. But yeah. So they're gonna leave Monte Morris open. He's 39% from three, so he should be making these. That's huge. And the space on the floor is gonna be better as well. And 3.8 assists over his career. Yeah, and then also he can score like I said, assist, and that's what you need. And he should be at least average on defense. Hold his own, and you're good. That's all you really need. Literally, that's all you really need. And that's perfect. And then he's gonna, he can even help Bolo, my favorite player. So I love the signing for the Suns. I'm interested to see like what happens next. If you have any more signings, I don't know if you guys are at the full, like if you have the full 15 roster spots. I know you guys did do like a two-way signing in the last few days, but yeah, this honestly could change. Like this roster is way better because before last season, it seemed like I did like the signings, but it just seemed like y'all were just signing, just people in general. Like without you actually looking at the fits, y'all were getting good free agents, but it wasn't like ones that fit. And then if they did, if some of them did seem like they'd be good, it just turned out to be bad. Like I thought Eric Gordon might have been good, but nah, he's It didn't turn out like that. But yeah, bro, this is good. Y'all got Bol. Bol's gonna have a big season. I'm telling you, MIP potentially. Mason Plumlee's gonna surprise people. He's definitely gonna thrive in his role. He knows exactly what that's gonna be. So it's gonna be rebounding, playing defense, stuff like that, and occasionally going back with a putback or like the oop or something. Right? That's it. Doing the dirty work. Bol's gonna surprise people. Royce O'Neale's gonna do what he keeps on doing. He's just good at like everything pretty much. Solid everything, a little bit everything. And he's gonna be the starting lineup again. And Monte Morris is gonna be like a point guard that you always need. That's what he's gonna be like. Just like a point guard any team would love to have. And yeah, that's about it. Hopefully, I don't know. Maybe there's more stuff in mind for the Suns. But I'm just gonna say, man, James Jones absolutely cooked. James Jones cooked. I'm saying right now. I know people, dogging him a lot, but he actually did really good in this free agency so far. Maybe there's more moves, maybe there's not. I don't know how many spots are left on the team, if they're all filled or not. But yeah, let me know what you think down below. Phoenix Suns did really good. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next one. Peace.